If you're a little bit bored of the traditional jazz guitar grips that sound like this, then I've got some really cool drop 2 chords that you don't often hear get talked about that sound like this. Hey everyone, Jamie Holroyd here helping you learn jazz guitar. Welcome to the channel. If you're new around here and you want a free, structured guide to learning jazz guitar, please check out the link below. In this lesson, I'm going to teach you some really cool, unique drop 2 chord voicings which are well worth checking out. So let's get into the lesson. Before we get in, if you want the PDF for this lesson, then that's available via the link below. Thank you for watching and I hope you enjoy the lesson. Let's begin by looking at drop 2 chords. So basically, if you know about drop 2 chords, you probably know these kind of chords like this, which are on the middle string sets. They're all well and good and they are useful to get learning jazz guitar, but they sound a little bit dull after a while, a little bit boring. Nowhere near as nice as some of the chords like these, which sound almost like a fake 7-string guitar when especially when you play the C major 7, where you've got the 4th in the bottom like this. Has such a nice low end to the voicing. So what we're going to do is basically look at drop 2 chords. So you can play these on the bottom 4 strings like this, and that will give you this one when you've got the 5th in the bottom, which is kind of a nice chord in itself, I think. And the intervals for that are 5th, Ru, 3rd, 7. Really nice chord. But we're going to enhance this voicing by basically getting the 3rd and the 7th, which are on the inner strings, 3rd and 7th, and putting them on the top 2 strings. So we've now got 3rd and 7th, and that will require usually barring those 2 notes with the index finger like this, which is quite a stretch. So we've got this chord now. So obviously you can't strum this chord. Well, I guess you can, but of course you're getting some notes there that are just part of the bar. So you've got to kind of play it a little bit more pianistically, a little bit more elegantly. You can strum the bottom 2 strings and then pick the top 2 like this, or you could strum the 2 sets together like so. Let's use that concept for the next chord in the harmonized major scale. So here's C major, next chord is D minor, but what we're now going to do is have the 5th and then the root, like what we did with the C major chord on the 6th string, and we're going to have the 3rd and the 7th on the outer strings like that. So we've got 5, Ru, 3rd, 7. So we've got a C major, which has got this bar here, and then the kind of spread of the fingers. Move to the next version of the chord. I like to use the middle finger, and we get that, and we can move that to E minor. And that's basically the sound that you get. If we move that up again, we've got major, right? That's chord 4. So we go to the same fingering as what we had for C major. Now we've got a dominant 7, so we need to change the fingering slightly. There we've got a flat 7, and we keep on going up the harmonized major scale. If you play that slowly throughout the entire scale, it will sound like this. It's quite a difficult chord to even hybrid pick because of the string spacing. So once again, just to remind you of that right hand technique, I'm basically playing the low strings, strumming. Then the high strings, you could always just strum the low strings together with the pick, and then capture the top voicings with the fingers. Like that. Or you could reverse it, play the top strings first, and get that kind of sound. Here's another way that you can play that harmonized major scale. So I've just showed you that basically with a 4th at the beginning in the bass, but you can also put a 5th in the bass as well of this C major 7. This is like basically playing this chord, which we all know, but putting the 7th an octave higher. So you're going to get Ru, 5, 3, 7. It's a little bit trickier to grab, but it's possible with some practice. Of course, if that chord is causing you lots of problems, then you can always play it as a 6, a C major 6. Or you could have the 5th in the bass. I think I like the 4th a little bit more. So that's one variation you can do on that chord. And this D minor 7th chord, we previously had it, so we had basically kind of this one where we had 5, then root, like that. But you can also play and get a 4th going here as well, where you've got a D and a G, and then the 3rd and the 7th. So it's like a root, 4, 3, 7. So you can play it with these 2 strings, or if you want kind of the lower sound, it almost sounds like a fake 7-string guitar, doesn't it? In the last part of the lesson, I'm going to teach you how to convert the kind of overplayed diminished chord grip, so you can now do something that sounds a little bit more elegant and sounds more like that, which is a little bit more pianistic and a little bit more atmospheric in my opinion. So let's go with basically a G7 flat 9 with a D in the bass. We're just going to get the 3rd, move it up an octave, and that's all you have to do. It just takes a little bit of a different visualization now. So we've got 5, flat 9, 7th and 3rd. Once again, you've got your 2 notes in the bass and then your 2 notes at the top. And you can move this in cycles as well, like that. And that's just basically a different way of doing the diminished thing rather than that, which is kind of a bit of the girl tied to the railway tracks, you know. So if you want to get out of that, then basically do the same thing, and that's going to be a G7 flat 9 if you like. So that's the diminished conversion for basically this method of playing drop 2 chords. So I hope you enjoyed these chords and you found them motivating. If you're interested, then subscribe to this channel, because I'm going to shortly be doing the second part to this lesson, which involves using this kind of motion in different playing situations. So please be sure to subscribe if you want to get notified for that, and the PDFs for all of these examples are available via the link below. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the lesson.